before I turn the key. Somebody got here first and left it on for me. I don't call out anything, I don't have to yet. You already heard the door, and you're already up. Take the coat, take the day, everything I carried in can wait out in the hall. Home by 7, and the room already knows my name. Home by 7, and you never once have asked me where I've been. Nothing to explain, nothing to catch up on. 20 years of walking through this door. Home by 7, and it's better than it was before. There's something on the counter that you didn't mention. A glass already poured without a word about it. That's the whole language now. After all this time, you do a thing, and I know what it means. Set it down, sit right here. Everything that's waiting can go on waiting. Home by 7, and the room already knows my name. Home by 7, and you never once have asked me where I've been. Nothing to explain, nothing left to prove. 20 years of walking through this door. Home by 7, and I'd walk it all again with you. Home by 7, and the light was always on. There's a hook by the door that was meant for one. Yours went up there first, and mine went over it. Nobody has ever put a second one in. That would be admitting this was temporary. Leave it there, leave it be. Everything about it is exactly how it should be. 2 coats, 1 hook, and they've been hanging like that half my life. 2 coats, 1 hook, and nobody's asking anybody to move. That's the kind of thing you never have to say. Everything we own is doing it too. 2 coats, 1 hook, and mine still smells a little bit like you. The same thing in the bathroom, 2 brushes in one glass, 2 chairs at a table built for 4. Half the house is doubled, and we never planned it. It just kept happening until it was ours. Look around, count them up. Everything in 2s was somebody small, yes. 2 coats, 1 hook, and they've been hanging like that half my life. 2 coats, 1 hook, and nobody's asking anybody to move. That's the kind of thing you never have to say. Everything we own is doing it too. 2 coats, 1 hook, and I'd hang it there again tomorrow. 2 coats, 1 hook, and neither one comes down. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to ask. Something in a pot that's been on a while. The whole place smells like somebody decided that tonight was worth a little bit of effort. Don't look in, don't spoil it. Everything I'd guess would be a smaller thing. Something on the stove, and you never said a word about it. Something on the stove, and that's the loudest thing you've said all week. Nobody made a plan, nobody made a point. You just started cooking around 6. Something on the stove, and I love you for the smallest things like this. You hum when you're doing it, you always have. No words in it, not even a real song. Just a sound you make when you're somewhere good. I could find you anywhere by that alone. Keep it up, don't stop now. Everything I know about you started as a sound. Something on the stove, and you never said a word about it. Something on the stove, and that's the loudest thing you've said all week. Nobody made a plan, nobody made a point. You just started cooking around 6. Something on the stove, and I know that humming in a crowded room. Something on the stove, and you're still humming. There's half of something and a bit of something else. Two things in a jar that nobody will claim. I put it on a plate like I meant to do it. You said it looked amazing, and you weren't even lying. Don't apologize, don't explain. Nobody at this table came here for a meal. Whatever's in the fridge, that's the menu, and it always has been. Whatever's in the fridge, and you're the easiest person I have ever fed. Nobody is grading this, nobody is keeping score. 20 years of eating standing up. Whatever's in the fridge, and I never once have heard you want for more. We do it properly, candles and the good plates. Most nights we do this, and I like this one better. You eat the last of something straight out of the box, then you tell me it was mine, which was true, and I don't care. Take the fork, take the chair. Everything worth having was already in the house. Whatever's in the fridge, that's the menu, and it always has been. Whatever's in the fridge, and you're the easiest person I have ever fed. Nobody is grading this, nobody is keeping score. 20 years of eating standing up. Whatever's in the fridge, and I do it every night for 20 more. Whatever's in the fridge, and it's always been enough. I should get up, you should not. There's a pile in the sink, there's a pile every night. It won't take long, that isn't why we're sitting. I know, I know, you know. Not yet, not yet. Everything in there will still be there. The dishes can wait, they've waited before. The dishes can wait, and they've never once complained. Nobody is coming, nobody will see. This is the part that doesn't get remembered. The dishes can wait, and so can everything. up, you always do that. You never say anything. There's nothing to say. I like this chair, I like you in it. Then don't get up. I wasn't going to stay there, staying. Everything we're skipping was never the point. The dishes can wait, they've waited before. The dishes can wait, and they've never once complained. Nobody is coming, nobody will see. This is the part I'd keep if I kept one thing. The dishes can wait, and so can everything. The dishes can wait, and they did. You took that end, I took this one, same as every night, without deciding it. There's a whole cushion sitting in between, and neither one of us has ever moved it. Stay right there, that's the spot. Everything I want is already in the room. Sofa, two ends, and the middle of it belongs to nobody. Sofa, two ends, and your foot is touching mine, and that's enough. Nothing has to close, nothing has to press. This is what it looks like when it's easy. Sofa, two ends, and I've never once felt far from you. People think it means something's gone quiet. They've never had a quiet worth having. We could sit closer, and we sometimes do, but this is the shape that we come back to. Don't come over, don't move down. Everything about it is already right. Sofa, two ends, and the middle of it belongs to nobody. Sofa, two ends, and your foot is touching mine, and that's enough. Nothing has to close, nothing has to press. This is what it looks like when it's easy. Sofa, two ends, and I take this over someone that we both know. You didn't ask, you just stood up. 2 steps of room between the sink and door. That's all we've ever needed, and we've done this before. Hold it here, don't let go. Everything worth dancing to was always slow. Slow dance in the kitchen, nothing on but the little light above the stove. Slow dance in the kitchen, and we're not very good and never have been. Nobody is watching, nobody would get it. This is the part we never tell about. Slow dance in the kitchen, and I wouldn't trade a second of it out. My socks on the floor, your hand on my back. You count under your breath what you think I can't hear. I've heard it 20 years, and I've never said a word. Some things you keep by never mentioning them. One more turn, one more bar. Everything I need is where we already are. Slow dance in the kitchen, nothing on but the little light above the stove. Slow dance in the kitchen, and we're not very good and never have been. Nobody is watching, nobody would get it. This is the part we never tell about. Slow dance in the kitchen, and I wouldn't trade a second of it out. The song will end, it always does. Somebody will turn the light off, but the floor remembers every time we did this. And so do I. Slow dance in the kitchen, nothing on but the little light above the stove. Slow dance in the kitchen, and we're not very good and it never mattered. Nobody is watching, nobody has to. This is the part we never tell about. Slow dance in the kitchen, and I'd do it again the second this one's through. Slow dance in the kitchen, and the song's still going. I started something that I only half know. 2 lines in, and it left me. I didn't even stop. You just picked it up, same as always, same as ever. Don't tell me, don't look it up, everything I've forgotten you already have. You hum the rest, and it comes out right without a word in it. You hum the rest, and I never have to finish anything. Nobody taught us, nobody rehearsed, that's just what happens after long enough. You hum the rest, and I've stopped even trying to remember. Half my sentences end the same way. I get to the part that I can't reach, and then there's you filling in the gap, never making anything of it. Take it there, take it home. Everything unfinished is only half mine. You hum the rest, and it comes out right without a word in it. You hum the rest, and I never have to finish anything. Nobody taught us, nobody rehearsed, that's just what happens after long enough. You hum the rest, and I've stopped even trying to remember. One day I'll start and nothing will come back. One day the gap will just stay open, and I'd still rather have started it with you than finished it alone. You hum the rest, and it comes out right without a word in it. You hum the rest, and I never have to finish anything. Nobody taught us, nobody needed to, that's just what happens after long enough. You hum the rest, and I'll start another one tomorrow. You hum the rest, and I don't even have to ask. You reached for it, and then you didn't. Your hand went out and came back empty. I saw you think it before you moved, and I was already thinking it too. Not because we've had enough, everything we wanted was never in the glass. Cork back in, and neither of us said a word about it. Cork back in, and we both knew what the other one was doing. Nobody is stopping, nobody is tired. We just don't need it to keep going. find you. You spend years learning what you actually want. Then one night you put a bottle down, and you're not giving up a single thing. Let it sit, let it keep. Everything worth having was never running out. Cork back in, and neither of us said a word about it. Cork back in, and we both knew what the other one was doing. Nobody is stopping, nobody is tired. We just don't need it to keep going. Cork back in, and the evening didn't shorten by a minute. I used to think that stopping meant an ending. I used to fill it just to keep it going. Turns out the night was never in the bottle, it was in the chair beside me. Cork back in, and neither of us said a word about it. Cork back in, and we both knew what the other one was doing. Nobody is stopping, nobody has to. We just don't need it to keep going. Cork back in, and we've got the whole rest of it anyway. Cork back in, and nothing ended. Side one ended, and you didn't move. The room stayed quiet for about 4 seconds. Then you leaned across and turned it over. You didn't ask me, and you never do. Leave it on, don't get up. Everything good about it is on the other side. The record side too, and neither of us got up to stop it. The record side too, and most people never even turn it over. Nobody is reaching, nobody is done. That's what the second side is for. The record side too, and there's nowhere I have to be tonight. Everyone loves the songs they came for. The first 3 tracks, and then they're gone. But the ones back here that nobody plays, those are the ones that turned out to be ours. Turn it up just a little. Everything I love about it took a while to hear. The record side too, and neither of us got up to stop it. The record side too, and most people never even turn it over. Nobody is reaching, nobody is done. That's what the second side is for. The record side too, and there there's nowhere I have to be tonight. There was a year we only heard side one. Too much to carry, not enough hours. I couldn't tell you when we turned it over, but we did. The record side two, and neither of us got up to stop it. The record side two, and most people never even turn it over. Nobody is reaching, nobody ever does. That's what the second side is for. The record side two, and I put the whole thing on again from here. The record side two, and the needle's still down. You went down the hall without saying anything, and then I heard it through the wall. That's the sound that ends the evening. Nobody announces anything around here. Everything I had to do is already done. Running the bath, and that's how we say the day is over. Running the bath, and neither of us is in it yet. Nothing left to answer, nothing left to carry. Just the sound of it filling up the room. Running the bath, and I'm giving myself the 10 minutes. Steam on the mirror, door open an inch. You put my towel where you always put it. I noticed the first time, and every time since, and I've never once said thank you for a towel. Almost there, almost warm. Everything I wanted is this quiet and this hot. Running the bath, and that's how we say the day is over. Running the bath, and neither of us is in it yet. Nothing left to answer, nothing left to carry. Just the sound of it filling up the room. Running the bath, and I'm giving myself the 10 minutes. There were years I couldn't have stood this 10 quiet minutes with nothing in them. Now it's the part I'd give the rest up for. And I'm not exaggerating. Running the path, and that's how we say the day is over. Running the path, and neither of us is in it yet. Nothing left to answer, nothing left to prove, just the sound of it filling up the room. Running the path, and the whole night is still ahead of us. Running the path, and the tap is still going. Mine is about a woman who leaves in the first chapter. Yours is about a bridge that took 11 years to build. I don't ask, you don't offer, and we are both exactly where we want to be. Don't look up, don't explain. Everything happening in here is happening quietly. Your book, my book, and we haven't said a word in half an hour. Your book, my book, and it's the best half hour of the day. Nobody is bored, nobody is waiting. We are somewhere else and still right here. Your book, my book, and I can hear you turning pages. Yours has a map folded in the front. Mine has a woman getting on a train. Different countries, different centuries, same lamp, same small circle of light. Stay in there, stay a while. Everything I need is 3 feet to my left. Your book, my book, and we haven't said a word in half an hour. Your book, my book, and it's the best half hour of the day. Nobody is bored, nobody is waiting. We are somewhere else and still right here. Your book, my book, and I can hear you turning pages. One day you'll read the one I finished last winter. You'll get to the part that undid me, and you won't say anything, and I won't either, and we'll both have been there. Your book, my book, and we haven't said a word in half an hour. Your book, my book, and it's the best half hour of the day. Nobody finished. Your hand went slack, and the book tipped over. I caught it before it hit the floor. You didn't wake, you never do. You've been falling asleep mid-sentence for years. Sleep through it, don't come back. Everything worth telling you will keep till morning. Reading light, and you went under about a page ago. Reading light, and I'm the only one still awake in here. Nobody is missing anything, nobody is alone. This is the hour that belongs to me. Reading light, and I'm watching you breathe and reading nothing. Your face does a thing when you're all the way under. Something lets go that never lets go in the daylight. All this time, and I still look. That's the whole embarrassing truth of it. Stay like that, just like that. Everything I'm keeping to myself. Reading light, and you went under about a page ago. Reading light, and I'm the only one still awake in here. Nobody is missing anything, nobody is alone. This is the hour that belongs to me. Reading light, and I'm watching you breathe and reading nothing. I read the same line 4 times over. Then I stopped pretending that I was reading. There's a version of you that only I get to see, and it's this one. Reading light, and you went under about a page ago. Reading light, and I'm the only one still awake in here. Nobody is missing anything, nobody ever is. This is the hour that belongs to me. Reading light, and I'll stay up a little longer than I need to. Reading light, and I still haven't turned the page. said it like I was agreeing. Neither one of us reached for the light, and neither one of us meant it. Give it a minute, give it two. Everything up there will still be up there. Upstairs eventually, and we keep saying it like it's a plan. Upstairs eventually, and nobody has stood up to prove it. Nobody is lying, nobody is stalling. We just haven't found a reason to go yet. Upstairs eventually, and it gets later every time we say it. The stairs aren't far, that was never the problem. The problem is it's good down here, and good is harder to walk away from than tired ever was. Say it again and don't move. Everything I'm putting off on purpose. Upstairs eventually, and we keep saying it like it's a plan. Upstairs eventually, and nobody has stood up to prove it. Nobody is lying, nobody is stalling. We just haven't found a reason to go yet. Upstairs eventually, and it gets later every time we say it. We were quicker once, straight up, lights out. Whole years of it, efficient as anything. Now the climb is the part we stretch, because we finally can. Upstairs eventually, and we keep saying it like it's a plan. Upstairs eventually, and nobody has stood up to prove it. Nobody is lying, and nobody's in a hurry. We just haven't found a reason to go yet. Upstairs eventually, and I'd rather be late than done with this. Upstairs eventually, and still nobody's moving. Kitchen first, it always goes first. Then the hall, then the little one by the door. You do the downstairs, I do the rest. Neither of us decided that, it just settled. One at a time, room by room, everything I'm switching off was mine to switch off. Everything turned off, and the house gets quiet in a certain order. Everything turned off, and I know the sound of every switch in here. Nobody is checking, nobody forgets. That's what all these years were building toward. Everything turned off, and the last one is always yours. forgets. That's what all these years we're building toward. Everything turned off, and the last one is always yours. There's a switch by the stairs that's been loose since we moved in. 19 years and we never fixed it. We could have 100 times, I'd miss the sound it makes. Everything turned off, and the house gets quiet in a certain order. Everything turned off, and I know the sound of every switch in here. Nobody is checking, nobody ever did. That's what all these years we're building toward. Everything turned off, and the last one is always yours. Everything turned off, and you got it. I don't know which one of us slowed first. It happens somewhere after the light goes. Your chest goes down and mine goes down, and nobody here is doing it on purpose. In and out and in again, everything I have to think about has stopped arriving. Breathing in time, and neither of us started it. Breathing in time, and I only notice it just before I go. Nobody is trying, nobody could. That's the part you can't decide to do. Breathing in time, and I won't remember getting to the end of this. There's no word for it, I have looked. Not love, not habit. Something a body learns about another body over a very long time. Slower now, slower still. Everything that's left of today is only this. Breathing in time, and neither of us started it. Breathing in time, and I only notice it just before I go. Nobody is trying, nobody could. That's the part you can't decide to do. Breathing in time, and I won't remember getting to the end of this. When I've slept badly, it was never the bed. It was never the hour or anything I ate. It was that the other side was flat and cool, and nothing was keeping time. has. That's the part you can't decide to do. Breathing in time and you're gone already, and I'm going to. Breathing in time, and I'm already. You said something about the car keys, and something else I couldn't get at all. Then very clearly you said my name, and then you turned over, and that was that. Say it again, say anything. Everything you're saying is coming from somewhere true. You talk in your sleep, and none of it makes any sense but one word. You talk in your sleep, and that one word is always mine. Nobody is performing, nobody is awake. That's how I know it isn't for my benefit. You talk in your sleep, and I lie here taking it as evidence. Awake, you are careful, you always have been. You think about how a thing is going to land, but asleep, there's no editing, and I get the unedited one. Go on, don't wake up. Everything I'm hearing was never meant for me. You talk in your sleep, and none of it makes any sense but one word. You talk in your sleep, and that one word is always mine. Nobody is performing, nobody is awake. That's how I know it isn't for my benefit. You talk in your sleep, and I lie here taking it as evidence. You don't know that you do it. I have had every chance, and I have never said, because you'd start trying not to, and I'd rather have this. You talk in your sleep, and none of it makes any sense but one word. You talk in your sleep, and that one word is always mine. Nobody is performing, nobody ever was. That's how I know it isn't for my benefit. You talk in your sleep, and I'm going keep letting you. You talk in your sleep, and I am listening. just pull, and you pull back without waking up. So we are doing this, apparently, an inch, then an inch. Everything about this is completely serious. The blanket negotiation, and neither of us will admit it's happening. The blanket negotiation, and in the morning we will both deny it. Nobody is winning, nobody will say that is what makes it a fair fight. The blanket negotiation, and I'm going to let you have it in a minute. You have got a system, you go by degrees. Little tugs, nothing you could prove. I go all at once, what you would call unsporting. If either of us were awake enough to argue, fine, take it. Everything I'm surrendering, I am surrendering strategically. The blanket negotiation, and neither of us will admit it's happening. The blanket negotiation, and in the morning we will both deny it. Nobody is winning, nobody will say that is what makes it a fair fight. The blanket negotiation, and I'm going to let you have it in a minute. And then at some point somebody gives up and puts an arm across instead of pulling, and that is the end of it. Every single time, we just never get there first. The blanket negotiation, and neither of us will admit it's happening. The blanket negotiation, and in the morning we will both deny it. Nobody is winning, nobody wants to. That is what makes it a fair fight. The blanket negotiation, and you can have the whole thing. Come here. The blanket negotiation, and we settled it again. Light through the gap where the curtain doesn't meet. I have been up a while now. I haven't moved, and I'm not going to. Not while this is still mine. Stay there a bit longer. Everything about to start has not started. First one awake, and the whole house belongs to me for a while. First one awake, and I am not doing anything with it. Nobody is up, nobody needs me. That is the only reason it's this good. First one awake, and I'm watching the light come up the wall. You will surface soon, you always do around now. You'll say something that isn't quite words yet, and I'll answer like it made sense, and the day will have started. One more, then I'll go. Everything I am about to do can wait for this. First one awake, and the whole house belongs to me for a while. First one awake, and I am not doing anything with it. Nobody is up, nobody needs me. That is the only reason it's this good. First one awake, and I'm watching the light come up the wall. I wanted mornings to mean something. For most of my life, that is all I wanted. Now the good part is the part before it means anything, and you are still asleep. First one awake, and the whole house belongs to me for a while. First one awake, and I am not doing anything with it. Nobody is up, nobody ever needs me this early. That is the only reason it's this good. First one awake, and soon I'm gonna wake you up on purpose. First one awake, and here we go. We got it wrong for about a decade. You would come in early, I would come in late. Then somewhere in there, we stopped correcting each other and started landing together. 1, 2, and in. Everything we learned by getting it wrong. Same song, 20 years, and we're finally saying it at the same time. Same song, 20 years, and you can't tell there are two of us anymore. Nobody is following, nobody is leading. That is what took the whole 20 years. Same song, 20 years, and I would start it over from the top tonight. For a long time, I thought the point was agreeing. Now I know it was never that. It was turning up for the same 3 minutes, over and over, until it fit. Here it comes, same as ever. Everything I would change is nothing. Same song, 20 years, and we're finally saying it at the same time. Same song, 20 years, and you can't tell there are two of us anymore. Nobody is following, nobody is leading. That is what took the whole 20 years. Same song, 20 years, and I would start it over first time we sang this, you came in a beat behind. I remember thinking that will drive me mad, and it did for about 10 years. And then one night it didn't, and it never has again. Say